What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. This is a Sunday sports edition. I got my man Clayton in here. We're going to chop it up about the games from yesterday, and also we are going to talk about the games the games that's going to happen later on today. We got two games today. We got what we got coming up later on today. We got the Ravens and the Bills. Right, and then we have the Rams and the Eagles. But first we're gonna start out with the games from yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two good games. The first game from yesterday was the Chiefs and the Texans.
Yeah.
I kind of thought like the Texans yesterday was gonna play a little bit better than what they played because of their defense.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I thought hurt the Texans yesterday?
What's that?
Well, I thought that Stroud. When Stroud when he took too many sacks and held on to that ball too long. I thought that a couple of those sacks he took them out of field goal range, and so those were empty possessions. You know what I mean? And I know we're gonna get into the other game, but you didn't see that other kid do that in DC with the you know what I mean? Like, if wasn't nothing there, he got rid of the ball or he ran the ball. Most of the time he ran the ball, but that was the thing with the Texans, right? They I was like, you got to be able to at least get something out of those possessions, and they didn't get. That's what happened.
That one field goal that looked like the wind took it way right.
Yeah,
that was the play. When he took that sack, I said you can't take that sack right there because it moved him back a little. And even if you just throw the ball away, you can't take that sack there. And it moved him back a little. I don't know if somebody got a hand on it. It looked like initially somebody got a hand on it, but then the replay didn't see nothing. But the wind just took it, and I thought that was crucial. So a couple of those times I agree with you. He held the ball too long. But but I thought their defense played well though, Texans defense.
Yeah, I thought their defense did play,
They played well. They played well, But you got to give Kansas City defense a lot of credit because they get in the red zone and they buck up.
Yeah. That bend but don't break type mentality, because they know that the offense just keep chipping away, then and then they score what they need to score, so they win. But
every time when a team is approaching that goal line against Kansas City yesterday, every time they was getting close, then Spag would dial up a blitz, or Chris Jones, he came through, made a big time play in a crucial moment to push them back, So like Kansas City, man, it's not even about what they're doing all game long. They make the plays in those moments when they need to be made. It's always moments, man. And they seem to make them all the time.
What about that play when Pat Mahomes was falling down and threw that perfect spiral to Kelsey, man?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, you can't really, that play right there. What's good, Tunk? What's good, Jim?
Good morning.
What's happening, fellas?
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Top of the morning.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Look,
that's what's up.
Trying to get this volume set up.
We were just talking about Tunk, that play that Patrick Mahomes made when he fell. When Patrick Mahomes fell and threw that perfect spiral to Kelsey, to Travis Kelsey, right? I mean, it really you can't really defend against them. When people making them kind of plays, you can't really defend against that.
I can barely hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You know what I had to do, Tunk? When I came in, I could barely hear Mike. I went out and came back in, and it seemed to be better.
Okay, let me do that.
Yeah. What's up? What's going on, Jim? Jim said he's still out of town on vacation.
He out of town.
Yeah.
Ask Jim, what your phone didn't go with you? No, it's all good. Kansas City Chiefs, what'd he say?
Yeah, he said, sorry, he can't join today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. He said that's just Pat being Pat. That's true, man. I mean, you can't. Ain't no defense for when a dude falling down and still throw a perfect spiral, man.
Pat being Pat. Yep.
That's just crazy.
Yep.
Right.
You see the decisions he make too, man. He made great decisions. He used his legs at the right time, you know. And I'm telling you, Houston defense was coming for him.
Yeah,
they was coming.
Well, like you said yesterday, right? You really ain't nothing you can throw at him that he never seen, or he, you know what I mean, he hasn't mastered. That's the thing about it. And so when people talk about, well, all right, well, he they don't win a lot of close games, but he just do what he got to do to win. You know. So that's, you know, I'm like,
I want to say something about that, Mike. I want to say something about that because everybody was on him. Tom, can you hear us?
Yeah, it's a lot better. It's a lot better. I appreciate it.
I want to say something about that, Mike, because everybody talk about they wasn't playing as well, that good this year, and all of close games, one-score games. And I think they was playing extremely well because first of all, you had that target on your back.
Right.
And out of 16 games, I'm not going to count the last game of the season. Out of 16 games, 15 times they won one-score games. I don't know if people realize how hard that is to do.
Yeah.
One-score games.
Yeah.
15 out of 16 weeks. And the one game they lost it was close too because Josh wound up running the touchdown and scrambling at the end. But that's hard to do. So to me, I got to give them a lot of credit because they play well when the plays that's going to determine the game are there. That's when they execute at their best. Because every game got some plays that's going to determine the outcome, you know? And they always seem to execute in those moments. That's hard to do, man.
That's a good point. That's a good point, right? But I want to speak on the officiating, right? I'm going to speak on the officiating just real quick.
Yeah.
I've never seen, now you guys, you know what I'm saying? Y'all sometimes, you know, because of our schedules and stuff, right? Y'all might see a little bit more football than me, right? But I've never seen critical calls go against Kansas City. I always see them going in their favor. Now I know the old saying, you make your own luck and things like that. And I can understand it, but I never see those type of calls, you know what I mean, continuing drive, sometimes game changing, retaining possession, things like that. I never seen calls go against them in those situations.
Yeah.
That just makes me scratch my head sometimes, man. Not taking nothing from what Clay just said, because he's right. You know what I mean? You gotta be on top of your game, man. And when plays are the most critical, you know what I'm saying? You got to be on top of that. But I just never seen them type of calls go against them, man. And that scratch my head a little bit.
Yeah.
Jim, good morning. What's good, Jim?
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
Oh,
we can hear you.
Yeah. Hey, I had to jump on, man. Clayton called me out. Said,
I'm just messing with you.
No, I'm here in Denver at my auntie's house, and but we're heading back to Kansas City area today. I had to jump on and say I read a comment yesterday after the game that asked the question, what video do you want to see more? The video of Kansas City in the Super Bowl or the video that Kansas City has on Roger Goodell?
Yeah.
Because the ball always bounces their way.
That's the point I'm making. You know what I mean? That's the point I'm making. I just never see those type of calls go against them. Now, like I said, I don't watch a lot of their games just for that reason in particular. To be honest, but I never watch a lot of their games, man. But when I do watch, it seems like, you know, like you say, the ball bounces in their favor, and they get the benefit of the whistle all the time. You know?
Well, before you came on, I was just talking to Clayton, and I told him like I was looking at all the holdings right on that line that allowed Patrick Mahomes to get outside of that contain,
right,
and then but they didn't call it. They called more against the Texans, and so that's a big deal now. Like, a lot of people are complaining about the calls that that went on yesterday, or the lack of calls that went on yesterday against the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, and like I said, like the holding stuff, I thought that was pretty much. I thought they allowed Houston to hold more than Kansas City because Chris Jones was trying to cause havoc. And they was allowing him to be held, but those two personal fouls, and I love Patrick, but I was saying to GD, I said, man, they need to pick that flag up. That's some bullshit. That personal foul was some bullshit. I'm glad they didn't call the flop when he went to the sideline.
Yeah.
But I will say this: both of those personal fouls, I don't believe either one of those calls was crucial to the game.
But I think it has a cumulative effect, though. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Even if it helps sustain drives. You know what I mean? Even if it just does that. Help sustain drives, you know what I'm saying? Put them in better field goal position or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just think that part of it. And hats off, man, to that Houston defense, man. D'Amico Ryans had them guys dialed up, man.
It was coming.
Yeah, man. And they didn't blitz a lot. From what I saw, because I didn't watch all 60 minutes, but from what I saw, man, that front four was getting pressure, man. That front four was getting pressure, man.
Let me what was you go ahead?
No. Real quick. What happened to the guy who pushed the special teams coach? What happened to him?
I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about either.
That was crazy.
Yes.
Because he threw his helmet, so he automatically got the penalty. He threw his helmet, and then it looked like, I don't know if he threw the helmet because he was upset or he threw the helmet. Then he came over and pushed the special teams coach, man. I don't know. Did he play anymore after that?
I can't even remember.
I don't think so.
Yeah. The way I read that was he had some disagreement with the coordinator's approach to that first kickoff. He must have voiced that disagreement before that kickoff. And then when that kickoff went for huge yardage, that set him over the edge. That's the way I read it. I could be totally off base, but that's the way I read it.
Yeah, it could be. But he the one that
makes sense. Yeah,
he the one that caused the fumble, and then he just jumped up, man, and was running to the side and just threw his helmet, man. Yeah. That could be. That could be it.
So look, let me just so Panama Queen said crazy holding on the KC offensive line. Y'all gotta watch the all 22. It's sad. What is that? The all 22?
I guess both sides. You know what I mean? 11, both sides. Both sides of the ball.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I just thought. Now, what I think also what hurt the Texans was the fact that he got the quarterback Stroud. Sometimes he hurt their field possession, right? You getting sacked and taking your team out of field goal range. You have to either you got to get rid of the ball or you got to try and run.
Yeah, throw that ball away, man.
Yeah.
Kansas City won the situational football game.
That's it. Yeah.
Texans had more yardage, more time of possession. They had all the stats in their favor, but Kansas City won the situational football. Yeah.
I've never seen a game where a team gained more yards, and no turnovers, and still lose like that. I've never seen that before.
See, that speaks to like Andy Reid. You got Andy Reid, and then you got then you have an intelligent quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, like you said. In those situations, they just not gonna beat themselves.
That's right.
And I remember the New England Patriots was like that. Patriots was like that, right? You had to beat the Patriots. They wasn't gonna come out and they just certain things they wasn't gonna do to they wasn't gonna beat themselves.
Right. That's true.
And another thing too, man, like I said earlier, Mike, Spagnuolo, right in certain situations, he send them dogs, man. And he don't care about the back end. He leaves it vulnerable. At one point, he just blitz. right in the crucial moment. You know what I'm saying? One time, CJ read it right. He threw the hot route, but it was a little bit behind the guy. But I mean, he just was coming with the blitz. And that's what he does, man. That's what he does. He won't do it all game, but once he feel threatened, you approaching that red zone, he sends them. He sends them, man.
And then you gotta give him different looks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give him different look. And then CJ was hobbled a little bit early in the game.
Yeah.
You want him, you know what I mean, to see if he can move off his spot. You know what I'm saying? You don't want him to stay there, get him off.
So what do y'all think though? What do y'all think about the future then for the Texans? Because what Panama Queen say, they're a young team and they'll get better.
D'Amico, man, I gotta give a lot of credit to him. Man, D'Amico, man, is a coach, man. I'm really glad he's doing well, and you can see him putting his stamp on that defense down there, man. You can see him putting the stamp on that defense down. And then you gotta remember, man, they had some key offensive weapons that was out. You know what I mean? You had Stephon Diggs, he was out, and then the other receiver that we talking about. What's his name, Clayton?
Collins?
No, it was Deal. Deal was out.
Oh, okay.
Deal was out.
Because Collins played yesterday, but he was out during the season too, though.
He missed.
That's why their record was a little rough.
He missed some games during the season, but Deal, Steph Diggs, they lost like for the season. They was lost for the season.
Hey, so look, now I heard that this was something that Tom Brady said yesterday that I thought was it was profound, right? They were speaking about like windows of opportunities, like if the window of opportunity closing for certain teams. And Tom Brady said the window, as far as he's concerned, the window of opportunity closed every year. And so by that he means that like you might have a situation where you think, well, we got a great foundation, we can build on this and we can build on that. He said, but that's not guaranteed. So you got to approach every season like like you just starting all over, because you don't know, you know what I mean, like what every year is going to present. And I was like, you always hear people say, we got CJ Stroud or we got Jaden McDaniels, we just going to build on that. You know what I mean? But most of the time it don't work out like that. It only work out like that for like Patrick Mahomes.
I got two examples of that. Two examples to go along with that point.
Okay.
The San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Right.
Where you always think that, they right there. They in it. Remember, Joe Burrow said, man, the window was open as long as I'm here. Our window was open. Remember he said that?
Yeah.
I got an even better example.
Who that, Mike?
Dan Marino.
Yeah.
The way Dan Marino came out, you thought that he was going to be in a Super Bowl every year.
Yeah.
I mean, he left. What college he went to? Pitt, right?
Pitt.
Yeah. He came from Pitt. You know what I mean? Went to the Dolphins, and then bam, they right in the mix of everything. And he went one time and never got back.
And he made a statement after that game as if
he was.
This is my first one. We'll get back. He made that statement.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say,
you would think that what? Yeah.
I'm gonna say though, with Joe Burrow's statement, I do believe the window's open as long as he's there. Because even though they had a down year this year, I mean, what they did offensively was crazy. You show up that defense, they right there in the mix.
Long as he there, that window is open, but other pieces got to be in place as well. You know what I'm saying? Because like you just said, look at the offense this year. They didn't even make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So the defense got to get better.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The defense got to get better. And you don't know if T. Higgins going to be there next year. He might be gone. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't even play most of this year.
He might get offered a boatload of money, So, but what's the name, man? It's because San Francisco, man, they window was open maybe what 3 or 4 seasons. And they wasn't never able to, because they went to the Super Bowl, twice?
Yep. Yeah. And lost twice to the Chiefs.
Lost twice, man. So, it's not guaranteed. And then injuries play a huge part in all that. You lose coordinators. The better you do, the coordinators, they go get head coaching positions, different teams, things like that.
But you got to have that mindset as a player, as a team, as an organization. You got to have that mindset that we will and we can, because you can't start saying, you don't want to surrender or give in to any doubt, and like you don't want to press either. Like, so when you get an opportunity, you don't want to press, because then that'll derail you, because you start making mistakes and stuff. So you got to have that mindset that we can get there,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that all 32 teams, because of the parity in the league, everybody feel like that. You know what I mean? Or it should feel like that.
But it feels like there's two windows though. You got teams that make the playoffs, it seems like every year.
Yes.
And that window does not close for them.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Steelers, the Ravens are on a good roll. Right? There's Buffalo. Yeah. There's teams that it feels like that the Eagles are on this roll, right? But they may have a down year every now and then, but it just feels like there are certain teams that window is always open, and now there's that other window that, dang it, if we don't keep seeing the same teams in the Super Bowl, over and over,
so that's what, like Panama Queen said, that Dan Marino ran into John Elway and Joe Montana. You know what I mean? That was he did.
And I think that's what Lamar and Josh Allen is going through now with Patrick Mahomes.
Well, exactly.
You got him at the top of that mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like Montana was. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
you got him at the top of the mountain.
I got to run, fellas, but I think to that point, Tonk. Next week's gonna be a killer game, and I don't know who's gonna be in there. I think I give the edge to the Ravens, but that again, that AFC Championship goes through KC, and that's going to be a killer game. I can't wait.
Safe travels, man. Safe travels.
All right, be safe.
All right.
To the Dan Marino point, not only did he have to face those guys, Dan Marino never had a running game. They never gave him balance.
That's right.
That's true.
They never gave him balance. They tried to throw their way there. And,
that's right.
For the entire time, they was one-dimensional for his just about his entire career.
Right. Look how many Super Bowls Elway lost until he got Terrell Davis.
That's right.
It's hard. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
So look. All right. So now moving on to that second game.
Oh man.
Look, when you left the show yesterday, that's when me and Clayton started talking about that. Commanders and Detroit, and I told Clayton yesterday. I said, man, I think the Commanders are going to get Detroit. And my reasoning behind that, I was like, the coach, I don't like some of his judgment calls. You know what I mean? I think sometimes he a little bit too he take too much risk.
Yeah, riverboat gambler like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, riverboat gambler.
And that showed, like in my opinion, if you are the better team, I don't think it's necessary for you to have to run trick plays. You just do what you do best. You rely on what you know what I mean, what got you there, and then you just execute basically. And so I all those trick plays, I think was unnecessary.
My biggest takeaway from that game, I got two great takeaways. One, I see why Sean McVay moved off Jared Goff. And for Matthew Stafford, the coach, he could be riverboat and everything, but when you got your quarterback throwing 3 interceptions, turn the ball over. And my second takeaway is Jaden Daniels under pressure, behind the blitz and everything else. This kid is poised as ever. And that team is really rallying behind them. And they got a lot of rushing yards, more rushing yards out of the game than I thought they would get. But
Jaden McDaniels, what I noticed too about Jaden McDaniels yesterday.
Jaden Daniels,
he didn't hurt them. Like, he didn't take sacks that took them out of field goal range. He even ran the ball. What you say, Tom?
I say he didn't, take those plays that killed drives. You know what I'm saying?
And so that's when I'm not comparing him to Patrick Mahomes, but if you notice, like, he didn't make play. He made, like, they would have had to beat him in order to win yesterday because he didn't give them anything. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't taking sacks.
Right. He wasn't making mistakes. Right. He wasn't making mistakes. Yeah. Wasn't taking a lot of chances. Yeah. That man. And then he looked so comfortable. And maybe, that says, I mean, my man Aaron Glenn, they say, I mean, maybe a little bit of shine is off him a little bit, but because of that, but no excuse, but they had a lot of defensive players that was hurt too, Detroit. But he couldn't seem to figure out a scheme that could contain Daniels. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he couldn't come up with nothing that'll like box him in, man, because he don't have a problem throwing the ball. And then if you want to try to like get him off the spot, hey man, you know what I mean? That's like taking candy from a baby. You know what I'm saying? He'd run around the end, run up the middle, gain 6-7 yards. He wasn't taking no big hits when he was outside the pocket. He wasn't taking no big hits. Right. He was getting out of bounds. He was getting down. Man, yeah, man. I'm impressed.
When you got Gibbs running for 105 yards on 14 carries, you run that ball more. You shouldn't have Jared Goff throwing the ball 40 times. Now you're giving up interceptions, turnovers, and Washington cashing them in. Washington put 45 points on the board. You know what I'm saying? That's
quarter. That second quarter was just, back and forth. They scored 42 points in the second quarter between both teams.
But you run that ball more. Washington couldn't stop the run. They only carried it 14 times. He had 105 yards and 2 touchdowns.
But you know what that is, though, Clayton. That's that offensive coordinator. Who they say he the best out there. He's the hottest coach out there. He gonna have his pick of where he want to go to be a head coach next year. He want to showcase his offense. You know what I'm saying? He want to showcase how innovative he is and things like that. That's what it came down to, man. That's what I mean, what it come down to. But I'm talking about that offense, how they ran, ran the offense yesterday.
And I didn't like that trick play where they had what was that? The receiver that threw the interception.
Oh man, that was horrible, man. That was bad. That was bad.
See,
and then you throw it out of bounds, but he not thinking like a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's not thinking like a quarterback. You know what I mean? Throw the ball.
So that's four interceptions in a game.
Right. Yeah, that's 4 interceptions and 1 fumble. But they had 5
turnovers.
Yeah. That one before the half, Clayton. Remember the one, Mike, the one Jared Goff threw right before the half?
Yeah.
He threw it in the end zone. Remember he threw that pick in the end zone, right?
So I love Jaden. I love them, but I'm just saying it's like, bruh.
Man, I'm putting it out right now.
I put that on the feet of Jared Goff, the play calling and everything else. Even the Lions, like I said, down the stretch, their defense been falling apart. They've been having to outscore teams. So eventually, you got to do something to help your defense. And when you get in this kind of yards in the rushing game, help your defense.
Because what's the name, man? That defense looked tired.
Defense looked tired. Help them.
They did look tired. They did.
And Washington did keep that defense on the field for a long time.
That drive, one of them drives, man, they said it was like a 15 play, 8-minute drive or something, man. They put together. Yeah, man.
Right.
Washington was like, I ain't going nowhere. They just kept them right out there on that field. And
kept them right out there.
And after that long drive that you're talking about, Tom, they got a turnover after that. So the defense got to come right back out there.
Back on the field. So as a team, Detroit as a team, what are you doing to try to help your defense? What are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
You got to try to hold the ball. You got to try to establish the run. This time of year, man, running in defense. Let your quarterback play off play action. This time of year,
they're trying to score fast. That's what they trying to
do.
Do you realize they don't? You realize though that quick scores hurt your defense too.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Running up. And they did that throughout the year, and a lot of teams.
See, that's what it was. See, they played all year.
They did that throughout the year, and then when you run into a team that's going to hold your defense out there for a long time, and be punishing them, that that takes an effect on your defense.
Yep. And I love Jaden's mindset too, and he got so much belief in himself. It's like you can see he plays with faith and confidence. It's like he believes he's covered. Like he's always talking about his relationship with God and everything. You can see it in him. Like he feel like he's covered. No moment is too big. He ain't worrying about the outcome. He ain't worrying about. He just playing ball. And I mean, when you start, I think they blitzed him on. I think on dropbacks. I think they blitzed him on 50% of his dropbacks or something like that. And this guy went like 12 for 16 against the blitz or something like that. Man, that's crazy for a rookie, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say for a rookie. And then I don't know if they got him. I don't know if they got him in any of them blitzes. Like Clayton, did they get to him? Did they get home or any other?
He got some sacks.
He was able to turn the corner on a lot of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And get out of harm's way.
Actually, no. Guess what? Washington didn't get sacked once.
That's crazy.
Wow.
You talking about a rookie, no sacks, no turnovers in a playoff game, in a divisional.
In a divisional round. Yeah, in a divisional round. Yeah.
So that would be something that you would expect from Jared Goff, you know what I mean, rather than somebody who, you know, a rookie quarterback.
Well,
but see, like Clayton said about, you see, you know, Matthew Stafford, he way better than Jared Goff. So you see why what's the name moved off of him, even though he went to the Super Bowl with him, because everybody was like, man, you go to the Super Bowl with this guy, whatever.
And then you move off of him. Yeah.
He was getting killed for that. He was getting killed, man. But you know, and damn, man, that was unexpected, man. You know, and I'm putting it out there, man. I'm cheering for a DC Baltimore Super Bowl, man.
That for the Beltway.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy, man.
Yeah. I think Jim texted me last night and said, you know what I mean, that'll be a good one. Baltimore, DC.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing, that coach over there, what's the offensive coordinator name? I always get him. No, the OC.
Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Right.
Now, if he keep doing well, you know what I'm saying, with his offense and stuff, maybe like in another year, his name gonna be back out there.
But that's what he does well. That's how he got the Arizona job. He need to stay in his lane. Everybody's not meant to be a head coach.
That's right.
That's what he does well. He's good with those quarterbacks.
Even your guy, Clayton, you talk about with Kansas City, defensive coordinator. What's his name? Spagnuolo.
Yeah.
He's better as a DC than he is as a head coach. Yeah.
And he knows that. He don't even go for them jobs. He knows it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of wish Eric Bieniemy had stayed when he was at KC. I never saw Eric Bieniemy as a head coach. He just didn't strike me as a head coach.
Yeah.
But
that time, and we was talking about that time, and it was like, man, when it comes to him, man, it's not X's and O's, man. It's like his relationship with players.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's really not X's and O's with him. You know what I mean?
I don't doubt. You know what I mean? You can't doubt that he don't know. He knows the game.
Yeah,
I don't know, Tom. I don't know about that.
The wrong way. He rub a lot of people the wrong way. When people talk about him, when even his critics, they never really talk about how he can't scheme or he don't know the game. You know what I mean? It's always like how he talk to players, how he relate to players and things like that. So,
well, I don't know, because when he was on Kansas City, the whole conversation was Andy was the one designing and calling the plays. He was just calling what Andy laid out for him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's not necessarily speaking against what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? His thing, his knock against him is more so his
player relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, before one more last thing before we get off of that, Washington and
100 million cap space.
Panama Queen says that, and they still have 100 mil to work with in cap space, so they're about to attract some nice free agents, right? And so, what weaknesses do y'all see that the Commanders need to address, like, next season with this team that, like, they have it currently structured? Then
I think they could use some help at the wide receiver position. I think they could use some help on the defensive line.
That's where they need to focus, on the D line.
And maybe even a defensive secondary too. To a certain degree, man. But when you got 100 million, man, you can hit all the spots. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know what I mean, leave no stone unturned. You got that much cap space. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then Panama Queen said people gonna be wanting to go there now. They gonna want to go play with this guy, man, with Dan and Cliff Kingsbury and things like that.
So,
but they
and then
definitely
on
got
top
a
of
ball
that,
for their defense. Huh?
yeah, and this will be the good time too to fatten up that roster too when you have your franchise quarterback on his first contract.
That's right.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Rookie deal. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
this the time right now. You just show up all the holes and you know, put the right people around him, and then you might be in the same situation that Pat Mahomes in, you know what I mean, with Kansas City. Just make sure you keep the right people around him.
That's right. That's right. And if you know, and Dan Quinn, he's a defensive guy. As long as he keep Cliff Kingsbury next to him, you know what I mean, running that offense with Jaden Daniels, man, I think, that is in good hands.
Yeah, but I enjoyed that game yesterday, though. It was a good game.
I did too. I really did. I really did.
I was not surprised. But all right, so now we got 2 games today, right? That first game, who's the first game? The first game is the Eagles and the Rams. So what y'all think about that game coming up?
Is that the first game?
Yeah, the Ravens game is the late one.
Yeah, the Ravens game is a late one.
Yeah, that's right. Play at 3. Yeah,
the Eagles and the Rams come on first.
Yeah.
Right. I think the Eagles play their hands full, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I do.
I really do. LA, man. They done got their pieces back. They done rounded into shape.
At the right
they
time.
At the right time. They got a good head coach.
Yeah, at the right time.
Matthew Stafford is seasoned. You know, if anybody can find some holes in that Philly D, I think he can. He's very accurate with the ball. Him and Cooper Kupp.
Make every throw. He can make
every throw. They got that LA story behind them, the fires, all the motivation.
Because they have to move that game, right? They moved that game to, is it Vegas? Where they moved that game to? Phoenix?
No, this one in Philly, because Philly had a better record.
Okay. Yeah.
But the last game they moved to Arizona.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. What's the line though, Clayton? Do you know the line on this game?
I'm getting ready to tell you. That's what I wanted to look at next.
Yeah, I'm thinking though.
I don't think there's no movement.
Running game travels.
I love Saquon.
Yeah, and Philly defense is solid. So I think I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Although, like you said, they got a seasoned quarterback over there with the Rams, and he won it before. He know what he's doing. But I still think I think
the Eagles should win.
Right.
Yeah, it should win, but I just don't think it's a given. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think it's a given no more. At first, I was like, the Eagles the best team in football, best offensive line, which is true.
Right.
But and then on this game, the line opened at 4.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they moved it to 6.5, giving the Rams 2.5 more points.
Oh, okay.
And I don't see the public moving with it. I don't see the public betting with the Rams. So I'm willing to go out on a limb and say the Rams upset them.
Yeah.
How is the Rams defense? That's what I'm not familiar with. That defense.
I think throughout the season, I think the Ram defense kind of been lately they've come on. You know what I mean? They kind of gelled lately throughout, but throughout the season they was a little bit inconsistent.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you where they ranked.
Yeah. Put that down, please.
I'm gonna tell you where they ranked. Rams. The rest of the team. Let me see. Shit. As far as the postseason teams in the playoffs, they got the Rams right behind Buffalo.
Yeah.
Number 2. Yeah, they've given up the least amount of yards. They give up 163 yards passing. They give up 106 rushing. And 9 points, but this is all based on postseason stats.
Right.
I can't get the regular season stats no more because they got the postseason up there. So
but like from what I've seen from like throughout the year, I just thought they was kind of inconsistent.
I'm gonna come out of that.
They was gelling, like their defense kind of like gelled at the right time, or
it seemed like they got healthy at the right time, start playing well at the right time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you where he ranked that.
Yeah, but with that being said, I still think that I still think Philly is going to. I think Philly going to take that game.
For the regular season, they was ranked 26 on defense. So they was giving up an average of 353 yards a game.
Yeah.
They were giving up 22 points a game. So yeah, that was the regular season. So
yeah,
you're probably right.
Yeah. So all right. Well, what about So then now we gonna get to the Ravens and the Bills, right? And this game kind of scared me because, especially for the Ravens, man, because I'm looking for. I hope that Lamar and them can really, you know what I mean, get over this hurdle this time. But you know, I don't know.
A lot of times, man. Well, I think we spoke on this yesterday a little bit, man. Don't try to, be too fancy. Go out there and do what you do best, man. Stop overthinking everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Make Buffalo stop what you do best consistently. Right. If they stop it 1 or 2 drives, don't go away from it. You know what I'm saying? Make them consistently stop what you do best, man.
Yeah.
I think the game gonna come down to if Buffalo can't run the ball, they ain't got a shot.
Yeah.
But if Buffalo can establish that run, that can kind of take some possessions away from Baltimore, and they'll have a chance to win. So I think it's just gonna come down to that: who doesn't turn the ball over, and if Buffalo can establish the run game.
Yeah.
Turnovers always gonna play a major, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They're always gonna play a major part.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
Who was their starting running back for the Bills? Who they starting?
James Cook. Okay. And he had a big game last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know Josh Allen, he a big part of their run game too.
Yes, he is.
Right.
It's the same thing, except Lamar's a lot more electrifying, but it's the same dynamic. Right. Except Henry is better than Cook. You know, he's more imposing, but Cook is solid.
That's right.
1,000-yard rush or whatever. And Josh is a great runner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
situation, Josh.
He just do it different. Yeah, he'll run you over and stuff, you know. And Josh don't run as much, but he runs. So them two, but between the two, Josh had like 12, 13 touchdown runs.
Yeah.
And James Cook had 16.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same dynamic, man.
Damn, I didn't know he had that many touchdowns.
Yeah. So, you know, Baltimore to me got the edge because of the run game. Is just like, how do you stop them? But
you think now, check it out.
If Buffalo can run that football, and because last time they only gave James Cook the ball like 7 times.
Yeah.
If they establish the run, then you're gonna have a game.
You got to stay with the run, even if you fall behind, though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes teams will go away from it because you know that first game, the Ravens blew them out, so they jumped out early, and then Buffalo like abandoned the run. You know what I'm saying? Because they catch up. But do y'all think the weather will play? Be a determining factor because they say it's supposed to be like real field, supposed to be like 3 degrees or something up there.
Yeah, I don't think so because both teams, you know, we from we northeast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you got 2 cold weather teams. Yeah,
I don't think that weather going to be a determining factor. Panama Queen says that Ravens game is iffy. I love MV3, so I'm going to go with the Ravens. Yeah, man. I think. What about the Ravens defense though? You know, like how y'all think they're gonna do against Buffalo? The Ravens.
That's what I'm saying. If they can stop the run, they'll be fine.
It seems like man, it seems like the Ravens. They've been playing a lot better lately, like towards the end of the season. But it seems like pass defense is not that good though.
That's why I'm glad that they don't have a lot of weapons. Buffalo, like wide receivers, are not prolific like that, right? And so. It's almost to the Ravens' benefit to have to defend that run than it would be to defend that pass. Because if they were prolific on that pass, then I would be like, that's
Amari Cooper wasn't on the team when they first played. Amari Cooper is with them now. And if you give me Amari Cooper against one of the Baltimore corners, I'm not so sure he don't win those battles. I'm not so sure because Amari Cooper is a solid. He was an all-pro receiver at one point.
You think he can win the matchups consistently?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of faith in Humphrey.
No,
I really don't.
What's the other dude though? What's the other dude? Hamilton.
Hamilton plays safety.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so if they bring him down or whatever, but yeah, he plays safety, and the other corner getting killed. They going at him. What's his name? Williams or somebody?
Okay. Yeah.
They killing him, but fortunate enough, since week 11, that defense has shored up. They've made some changes in the personnel, moving guys in different positions, and they've been hella good against the run. Like if Buffalo can establish that run, then you wide open, you susceptible, play action and everything else. So I just think.
But do you think establishing that run is going to be like easier said than done? Like easier said than done type thing?
Yeah, you got the number one team against the run. Yeah.
That's their strength up front.
That's their strength.
So look, what's the latest word on Zay Flowers though? I don't think he playing though. I don't think
he's playing.
That's a killer. I'm telling you, people not talking about that enough, man. Him not being there, man, that's a killer, man. I'm telling you, he's a big part of that passing game, man.
Yeah, you're right. He is, but I would be worried more if that the tight end. What's the tight end for the Ravens? If the tight end for the Ravens was Andrews, if he wasn't, I'd be more concerned if Andrews wasn't in there playing. You know what I mean?
Well, likely killed the Bills last time. Likely is going to be a major target in this game without Zay. And we all know what Andrew does, but likely was the key against Buffalo earlier this year. Yeah, right. Isaiah Likely. Yeah. So I don't know, but they just saying that he's doubtful, but he's not ruled out yet, but he's doubtful.
And see that's because I think he got hurt in the last game of the season.
Yeah, against
the last game of the season. Now I know a lot of it was coming down to them winning the division and everything, but I think they had to win, and they couldn't end up in a tie, I think, with the Steelers. So I understand that, man. But I was saying with that whole Saquon thing, man, you gotta be mindful of stuff like that, man, because you don't want to play him in a game and then someone get a key part of your team get hurt and then you miss them, for the postseason,
You gotta play, man. You gotta play him though. You gotta play him.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the Ravens for playing their players at the I like that too. I mean, like I agree with you, Clayton. You gotta
because it affected their seeding. They needed to get that number 3 seed. They needed that to some degree. So
So
I don't know.
So I'm gonna hold y'all to it. So what y'all got? Who y'all got? I got the Ravens.
I can't call this one.
I'm going.
I can't call it. It's whoever. To me, it's whoever. Don't turn the ball over enough. I'll say this: if Buffalo can't establish the run, the Ravens boat race them. Whatever that term is.
That's it. That's it.
Right.
Boat race. That's it.
But if Buffalo can establish the run, I think they win it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so Jim said he got the Ravens too. Right?
Going up there though, right? Going up to Buffalo, it gives Buffalo some advantage though. Having that game played up there, it gives them some advantage. I don't think that enough of advantage where as though they would win, but I think them having home field, I think that's going. Yeah, I think that plays a part in how this game gonna go. I
agree. It's gonna
the whole country got Baltimore in this game. The whole country, yes.
Yeah.
But I hope
the whole country is right.
I'm just saying if Buffalo established that run, because it's going to take some possessions out of Baltimore's hands.
Yeah. That's what you want more than anything. You want Lamar and Derrick Henry on that sideline. That's what you want more than anything.
That's how you counter it. That's how you counter it.
Yeah. So look, all right. So everybody, me and Tunk got the Ravens. Clayton can't call it. But let's talk about Jerry Jones, Deion Sanders, And that situation over there, right? I'm thinking, man, I think Deion gonna wind up being a coach of the Cowboys because they got rid of McCarthy already, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
McCarthy is gone, and before that move with the McCarthy was made, Deion was basically saying that he wasn't looking to go nowhere. And I think it's going to be I think everything's shaping up to where as though it's going to be Deion and Deion going to be over there in Dallas, man. What y'all think? Y'all think I'm reaching?
Maybe a little bit. I think you reached a little bit because I really do y'all think that's an attractive job?
No. I mean it's just like the Yankees job, you know what I mean? It's the Cowboys, the Yankees, the Steelers, those are they destinations that everybody want, you know what I mean? Like, everybody want those destinations. Yeah, I can say it's an attractive job.
The way
and Deion live in Dallas, don't he, or Texas?
Something
he
like
close, that. He in the area, yeah.
But what I say is right, the way Deion is, his personality, his brashness, his honesty, I don't think that fits Jerry Jones. I don't think that fit Jerry Jones' mode as a type of coach. Look at all the coaches after Jimmy Johnson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was more passive. They was more quiet. They was more likely to just like go with the flow. Even when Jerry would criticize the team and the play call and then the effort, them coaches really wouldn't push back. Deion ain't doing that. Yeah. Deion ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this: Do you think Deion will have enough where he could work around like Jerry Jones, where he would have enough, where he can just kind of like bypass that situation? Because I think that what was the other coach? He was the only coach that they hired that wasn't passive, the Big Tuna. What's the Big Tuna name, Tom?
Parcells.
Yeah, Bill Parcells.
Yeah, Parcells.
Yeah, so Parcells took that job knowing what it entailed, but he wasn't able to get. He still wasn't able to get it done.
Yeah, he still wasn't a fit, I thought. He still wasn't like a fit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Under the type of owner that Jerry Jones is, man. This guy's the only owner, probably in all professional sports, that gives a press conference after every game. They talk to this guy more than the coaches, just as much as the players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, they coming off a game where they didn't got, smashed, and they done lost by 3 touchdowns, and he come out and say, well, the effort wasn't there, and we ain't do this. I don't see Deion, because I don't know how y'all feel about this. I think Deion is a bigger personality than Jerry Jones. I think Deion is a bigger personality than Jerry Jones, right? So Deion coming in there, he cast a little bit. He takes a little bit of the spotlight away from Jerry Jones, and I think Jerry Jones don't want that.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah, I don't think Jerry Jones want that. You know
okay, so let me counter that by saying this, right?
Yeah.
The amount of attention that would draw, like you got Deion Sanders, the amount of attention that would draw to that Cowboys organization. I just think that I don't think that's something that Jerry Jones will be willing, that he want to capitalize on that. I don't think he'll want to walk away from that.
You make a good point, and it bring attention to the team.
Right.
Jerry Jones want attention on him.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he want the attention on him. It's Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, so it's always Jerry Jones first.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When it comes to that spotlight and things like that. That's what I feel. That's just my opinion on it. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion.
That's just a bag of money. That's just like leaving a bag of money on that table. You know what I mean?
But Jerry Jones, I don't know what his contract is in Colorado. Jerry Jones had to buy that out, right?
Yeah.
Now, if he buy that out, then what you come in, what are you going to pay Deion? Are you going to pay him like one of the top coaches in the NFL? Or you going to pay Deion maybe what he getting around in Colorado? Now, in Colorado, there's nobody that Deion have to, like confer with, ask permission. In Dallas, he has to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In Dallas, he don't have the final say. He's not the end-all, be-all. Jerry Jones is. So he gives up a little bit of his power that he has while he's in school at Colorado. He's going to give some of that up. You understand? And to go with a meddling owner. You understand? Or a know-it-all owner. You understand? Always got something to say on them.
Don't underestimate their relationship, though. They have a long history and a long relationship. So don't underestimate the dynamics of their relationship either.
But it's never been a question who's the boss.
Never. And it still won't be. Deion ain't the type of person that's going to come in and try to, I guess, have more authority than Jerry. I don't believe he would try to do that.
Deion is exactly the person to do that.
No, I don't think it's about authority. Like Deion does what he does, and he's going to shine regardless. But I don't think he's going to come in and try to be a bigger authority figure over Jerry.
Not over Jerry, over the team.
Well, the team. That's what he does. He's the head coach. Yeah,
But Jerry Jones is not going to allow him to do those things. He's not what Deion does best. You know what I mean? What Deion does best, because he said something else. He said something about the players in Colorado, something about all the players sit up front, nobody wearing slides to class no more. Something like that. You know, and I know it's different between grown men and young men in college. I know it's a difference. Even with the NIL and them getting paid, I know it's a difference. But Jerry won't allow, in my opinion, my humble opinion, Jerry won't allow Deion to come in there and make it like it's my say and my say only. Jerry is going to undermine him.
I don't know about that.
Jerry he undermines every coach. He undermines every coach. What makes Deion different?
Yeah, well,
because of their relationship they have, right? Deion is a winner. He got a track record, right? I know other coaches were too, but they have a certain relationship. In this day and age, Deion can get the respect from them players. I think them players will rock with Deion because Deion understands the times we living in and what these kids are interested in. So as opposed to Mike Parkinson doing podcasts and all that, Deion has a way to relate to him, to have him not let that be a distraction to the team. I also think if Deion asks Jerry, certain players got to go because they're not falling in line with what I think Jerry would get behind it, but Jerry would still be the guy looking for the credit, for the success and things of this nature. I'm not so sure. That's all I'm saying. I understand every point. Yeah. And everybody assumes Jerry will cut Deion legs and players will go behind his back to Jerry, but I don't know. Jerry got a relationship with Deion. I don't know.
And so,
go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
And I think what people don't realize about Deion Sanders and the way Deion Sanders run his organization, Deion Sanders is old school, right? And so in order for him to be, he knows that if he's not running things, you know, I think he will confer to Jerry Jones in a certain way, like, you know what I mean, give him that respect that he's
give him that respect,
right?
Let me ask you.
He also gain the respect that he is due as the coach. Yeah. And then, you know what I mean? So he'll respect authority and then he knows levels to this thing. So I think he'll be able to have that balance to manage that relationship with Jerry Jones and the players. I think if you are a player, right? If you are a player and you try to go around Deion Sanders and go to Jerry Jones, I think that would hurt you because Deion Sanders will make his play, especially if you're not, he'll make you'll pay for that kind of mistake. If you was a player and you made that kind of mistake.
Do y'all know that Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson was lifelong friends?
Yes.
Okay. So that friendship, when it comes to that, means nothing.
Yeah.
He fired this man after winning 2 Super Bowls.
Well,
so what I'm saying is Jerry Jones operate in a position where as though my authority is going to be 100% unquestioned.
Yes.
Deion is going to come in there and tell Michael Parsons, you ain't going to have no podcast. Yeah. That's out.
No, I don't think Deion will do that. Because Deion got one his damn self.
Yeah.
Deion will relate to Michael Parkers and have him operate within what's best for the team as he pursue those ventures.
I'ma say
Deion is very social media himself.
I'ma say Michael Parsons hasn't done anything since he's been in the NFL, and he has a weekly podcast.
Yes.
Deion Sanders gonna say until you turn into the player.
I don't think so.
Until you are 100% focused on your craft, you need to stop with that podcast. Do it in the off.
I don't think so. I just don't think so. I mean, he had players in Colorado before they won anything too. He was even filming everything in the journey and everything. I don't know about that. And I'll say this about Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones, right? They were best friends, but Jimmy was pushing against Jerry's authority. Deion ain't gonna do that. Deion's gonna shine, but he's not gonna make Jerry feel small or less than.
So you think Deion is going to come in to be the Cowboy coach? He's going to take that job and assistant turn into a yes man?
No. So look,
yes, well, to some degree. See, Deion knows how to walk that fine line. He's a yes man now in Colorado, but he knows how to walk that line.
Yeah, I think he. So look, Tom, and I think another thing. I think another thing that plays into that like the history that Jerry Jones has at Dallas, he's aware of that, right? So he's aware that people know that he let a coach like
Jimmy get out the door.
He let Parcells get out the door. And so I think this is probably the right time for Deion Sanders or a player of his ilk to come in there and be able to really walk that fine line. So I think it's a good time for Deion Sanders.
But I understand your sentiment, Tom, like 100%. But it's a difference. Jerry not different, but Deion and Jimmy ain't the same cats.
Right. Yeah. One is an outstanding football coach. One is trying to be one.
Yeah, but also their personalities are different. Jimmy, their personalities are different. Jimmy is more,
and the other one ain't a yes man.
Jimmy wasn't a yes man. Jimmy is more my way or the highway. Deion is more.
That's how Deion is.
But Deion develops relationships with these kids that make them want to play for him.
Wait a minute, Clayton. Wait a minute. You're not gonna sit up there and tell me Deion ain't come to Colorado and say it is even my way or the highway. He told
everybody getting the transfer to Colorado and said, I'm bringing my luggage. Some of you guys was here last year and you underperform. I'm telling y'all now, y'all might as well hit the portal. He
brought like 60 players with him.
That's right. That's what he did. But he didn't. But with those players, Travis Hunter, all these guys that jump in the portal, he developed relationships with these kids that make them want to play for him. It ain't my way or the highway. He listens to these guys. What y'all seeing out there? To me, it's a give and take relationship with them.
Yeah.
That dude, well, man.
You know why? Because Deion is a player's coach. Deion was a player. Deion liked coaches that let him be him.
I ain't gonna keep saying the same thing. Well, we just respectfully disagree on that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna respectfully disagree on that.
Man.
So Tom, you don't think that Deion gonna go to Dallas then?
I'm not saying he ain't gonna go, but I'm saying if he does go, it's not gonna work.
You don't think?
Nah, I don't think it's gonna work. Because Deion is not going to change who he is as a man. You know what I'm saying? His integrity, he ain't gonna let that be compromised, anything like that. And Jerry Jones is the wrong one to be his, the owner of that team, and he's trying to coach. Because Jerry Jones is gonna have something to say about everything every single day.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going there because I just believe Deion wants to coach his son, continue that. And I can't see Dallas getting Shador with the number 12 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
You think he's not gonna be there, or you think Dallas wouldn't draft him?
I don't think he's gonna be there.
Yeah. But if Dallas had an opportunity though, do you think that Dallas would draft Shador?
I think they would. If it was about getting Deion the package, even though they got Dak signed, I think they would.
Yeah.
If they would draft Shador, you got to trade Dak.
Something probably.
You got to trade Dak.
Yeah. You got. But personally, for me, I'm hoping that Deion do end up in Dallas, man. I just think that's I want to see. I think that relationship, I'm not sure if it'll work out, but I think, Deion old school, and a lot of people don't think that Deion Sanders is old school in the way he run his organization and the way he operate. I just think that relationship between those two, I think they'll be able to, not to say they'll get along 100% of the time, but I think they'll be able to mesh that relationship.
No one will. You know what I'm saying? No one, get along 100% of the time. But
look, I left this on the screen, right? Panama Queen said, she says a little bit off topic, but did y'all hear that Eddie George came into the Bears for that head coaching job? So I guess they interviewing Eddie George.
Wow.
I didn't know that though.
They trying to talk that. They asked the Steelers for permission to talk to Coach T.
Yeah.
They asked Dallas for permission before McCarthy, before his contract expired, permission to talk to him. We want everybody. I guess that's your go take. We want everybody good to be out here and coach. I guess that's what you have to do. You know what I mean? You gotta go out there and try to find, your fit.
So Eddie George, where is he coaching? Like who he coached for? Like somebody like Tennessee or something?
Yeah, college. What?
Right, it's at college. Tennessee State. Yeah. So what is his record down there? Like, why is he drawing interest?
They just won Coach of the Year, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Did he?
Mike, Jay was down there for a hot second. That's where my son went. He was down there for a hot second down Tennessee State. Yeah. But they say he won Coach of the Year. I didn't even know that. I haven't really been following him, but they say he won Coach of the Year now.
Oh yeah, I'm saying it now. He won the Coach of the Year for that conference they in.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
What do y'all think about that job in Chicago though? Is that a destination? Like, would you want to go there if you was a coach?
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
I think I would, because you got a quarterback there and you got some receivers. I think I would go, man. But there's something up with that Chicago organization, man. That it seems like they can't get out of neutral, man. It's like they just stuck spinning their wheels season after season. It seemed like, man, they need to go back and hire Lovie Smith. They need to go back and hire Lovie Smith. You know what I mean?
They even had some interest in McCarthy. Like they was trying to set McCarthy up to make it look like McCarthy would be a prime candidate for that Chicago job.
See, they asked Jerry for permission to talk to him. Jerry said no. And then Jerry didn't re-sign him. So I don't know if that was a surprise to Jerry that McCarthy didn't want to re-sign. Maybe Jerry wanted to only get him back and not his staff. You know what I mean? I don't know, because if you wasn't going to re-sign him, you let him go talk to whoever you want. You know what I mean? If you ain't planning on bringing him back. You know what I'm saying?
I think Pete Carroll gonna end up with that Bears job.
Man, that's the name I ain't heard. Damn.
He got interviewed. I think they brought him in first early.
Yeah. Pete Carroll's on that list too.
Yeah. So I don't blame Chicago for, like you say, having a list. And you know what I mean? Like, look, man, we trying to, find out the best possible candidate, because you don't want to mess up that boy career up there, man. You don't want to mess up Caleb Williams' career up there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I think Pete Carroll be good for the job, because one thing he's going to do, he's going to be a defensive-minded coach. They're going to establish the run like they did with Russell and have Khalid play action and protect him a little bit, huh?
What about that dude we was just talking about, that OC who everybody hot on, and I don't think he'd take the Chicago job, though, in Detroit. I don't even know his name. They say, he's supposed to be number one on a lot of teams' list.
Okay.
I don't know. He a young guy too over there in Detroit, right? Yeah.
They say the Raiders, supposed to be looking at him real heavy. They can start interviewing him now since he out the postseason. They can start interviewing him now.
I much rather have a quarterback that's had experience with a young quarterback coming in, grooming, and has won a Super Bowl with that. I'd rather have that coach as opposed to.
Say again. You rather have what?
I'd rather have a coach that's been in that situation before and that's won. Like Pete Carroll had that situation before. Russell was young.
Right.
He was a rookie. They brought him in and he built a team around him and had success with that, as opposed to a coordinator that's having great success, but ain't never been a head coach,
But everybody is falling in love with these so-called offensive geniuses.
I understand. Yeah.
Man, and They the brothers getting first bite at the apple, it seemed like. You know,
Arizona crashed and burned with that philosophy with Kingsbury, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, I'm just saying, everybody is. I'm just saying what I would prefer if I'm the Chicago Bears. I'm bringing in somebody that's been in that situation before, you know.
Yeah. So look, CL says that Dak isn't going anywhere with his no trade clause. I didn't. Did you say he had a no trade?
He does have a no trade. He does.
Yeah. But I know he had a no trade, but that's what I'm saying. You had to trade.
Yeah. But the thing about that is they can agree. So he's got a no trade, but he can, if he wants to, he can help them. He can choose where he wants to go. He can deny the trade. But he can also accept one as well.
Right. That's what a no trade is. That he got to say whether
he got to say, And if they bring in Shador, if they was able to get Shador and Deion come in, you change and everything, you never know. Dak might want to go somewhere else. If you never know.
What's the name?
But I understand his point. He got no trade clause, so
they I don't know what's up with that new trend, man. Giving these guys all that money and a no trade, man. That's like giving them the house, the baby, the car. They like giving up everything. These guys, man. You get
I think that's a way of, it's almost like a guaranteed contract though. Like no, you know what I mean? Like no trade and you know.
Yeah.
Well, when you got the quarterback, that's the hardest position to solidify. That's the cornerstone of your franchise. They got a little leverage.
They got a lot of leverage.
Yeah, so you know,
they got a lot.
I give them players, I give those agents a lot of credit for getting them guys in situations like that.
And them agents get a lot of money.
Yeah, they get a lot of money. They get a lot of money.
Yeah, because football contracts are so much, you know, because they differ from basketball and baseball contracts. And so those agents do have to get creative. You know,
they got to work a little more. But you know, I'm gonna stop. This is a little off target, but you talk about agents. David Stern put them contracts in place where as though it really would make agents obsolete. When they had that last strike back in '99, that big time agent that represented David Falk, remember him?
Yeah. David Falk,
he was running point on that as far as the strike because he had all the big players at the time, right?
Yeah.
So David Stern, to push back on that, David Stern he made them rules up where as though it's like your contract is almost slotted. Like it's like your contract,
different tiers to it.
That's right, Mike. And that was to render him obsolete, take away his power. David Falk, you know what I mean? That was to take away his power. That's why I don't know if y'all remember Ray Allen was signing a contract. He hired Johnny Cochran to look at his contract over, and it was a solid contract. He didn't need an agent.
Right.
To a lawyer, let him read it, make sure everything right. Bang, and you paying him $100 an hour as opposed to paying David Falk. You know what I mean? 4.5%, right, of the contract. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. I ain't mean to shift like that.
No, but I put that on the collective bargaining agreement, the union, and all that. Them deals they negotiating. Because you don't let them come in and change the pay structure, change the structure like that if it's not going to be beneficial to the players. Like, you know, sometimes I wonder who these unions really working for. You know what I mean?
Right. It was beneficial to the players, man, because them top agents like that had too much power. You know what I mean? Because if you got Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, and Dikembe, and you know, he had all the Georgetown dudes, Allen Iverson, all that.
Right, I was ready to say.
Yeah. And you can convince them that the terms you're working under is not well, so they gonna sit out. They got other friends, man, this, that, and this, that, and this. So it's like a group of agents controlling the majority. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The agents had the leverage.
Yeah, so David Stern took that out of there, man. You know
so like I said, that just pushed back. That's against the owners, I guess. But I'm just the players themselves, like the agents only getting like 4% commission off them.
Each contract though. Yeah, each contract.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but Clay, you got to think 4% when you talking about millions and millions of dollars. That's a nice hefty sum. Right?
No, it's a good living for agents. I'm just saying that's not killing the players. I mean, it's a good living for the agents, but that's not killing the players.
Yeah,
no. It was just the power that he wielded at the time that David Stern did.
Yeah, he had a lot of power.
Right.
So to me, they was trying to do what was best for their league and the owners. That wasn't best for the players per se.
They never was best for the employee. Yeah.
That's all I was saying, and I'm saying them unions allow stuff like, I don't know.
Well, this the thing though. You can but the owners understood that if you went to the players and you told them that you are paying agents unnecessarily.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And the players don't really have, most players probably wasn't as savvy like that anyway to understand that move. That was a good business move coming from the owners. You were like, look, we're gonna set it up to where it's you get paid in tiers. You move up in tiers, and that way you don't have. It's not necessary for you to have an agent.
And that's all.
But it is still necessary. All the players still got agents. It's necessary because those agents brokered deals outside of the league.
Right. Now you can still hire the agent. He said he didn't say that you couldn't have an agent, but as far as the contract part of it, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna play he wasn't gonna play a big part in that because you slide it in. Yeah.
And then you even had, like certain players like Karl Malone represented himself. You had a few players around the league who represented themselves, just like Lamar Jackson. Don't his mother represent him?
Yep.
No, she just his manager. He said she's his manager. He doesn't have an agent. So
right.
All that was
he represents himself, right?
Right.
Yeah, and so I mean, sometimes it can work out, but I would advise them to have a professional look at that contract. You know what I mean? At the very least. Yeah, man. So, what we've been on for? An hour and something? Hour and 15 minutes? That's pretty good. What time that first game come on? You said 3 o'clock? 3:30? 3:30.
Well, so the Ravens then play at 6?
At 6:30, something like that.
Yeah. So that's a night game.
Right. That's a night game. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this snowing down there? Where y'all at?
It ain't doing nothing down here.
Oh, it's snowing up here. Yeah.
Oh, it just started up there?
Yeah.
Wait, is doing anything over there where you at? You see any floods?
No.
It's snowing up here. It look like a winter wonderland up here, Jack.
Oh, Mike.
No. We ain't get nothing yet.
Wow. Yeah. Mike, you up there in the sticks, Mike.
Yeah.
You up there in the sticks.
But man, I appreciate y'all. I think we had another good conversation, another great conversation.
We always do, man. I look forward to this, man. We always do, man. I lost y'all yesterday, man. I went to a bad spot, man. I couldn't get no signal, man. I couldn't get my hotspot back up, man.
Yeah.
You froze up like Jared Goff yesterday.
Through 3 picks, boy. I threw 3 picks.
Froze up, boy.
Yes, sir. Man, but I hope it be some good games today, man. I really do, man. I'm looking forward to some good games.
Yeah. Today ends the debate. We ain't gotta hear that Josh Lamar shit no more after the night. They'll be talking about something else.
You know what, man? Because they was in the same draft class, man. I think that's gonna go on and on, though, man. As long as both teams are relatively successful, I think it's gonna keep going on and on, man.
Well, them two will be compared, but I'm just saying for this year, that'll go to the rest a little bit. And we talk about something else, Yeah, but it's not. It ain't going nowhere.
It's just like Peyton Manning and
Tom Brady.
But see, I don't know. I just think I don't know. This is the point, though. It's going to really come down to who keep really challenging Mahomes. That'll be the Peyton and Brady conversation.
Ain't nobody challenging them like that, though.
Who can dethrone them?
Well, like I said, but the team might not have got on the hump, but Josh has challenged him more.
Yeah.
But see, that's why the dude in Cincy, Joe Burrows, and some people get the nod over both Lamar and Joe because he put them in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
He got over. He got past. He went to the Super Bowl. Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna have a Peyton Brady thing in the league because there's too many good young quarterbacks. It's too many good quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think somebody else besides Patrick got to win a Super Bowl though to garner that type
of. I say that's what I mean. Like, one of them got to win it all. You know what I'm saying? And then I think he'll separate himself from the other two. You know what I'm saying?
Even if somebody come along and win it all, looking at what Pat has already done.
No. Pat will still be at the top of that ladder. I'm talking about.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
If one of them win, that will separate them three. Like if Lamar wins.
Oh, yeah, from the pack a little bit. Yeah. And just imagine this, though. If this dude get another one this year, he's got 4 already.
Yeah. Oh, he got a head start.
Brady only got 7.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ain't that weird to say somebody only got 7 touchdowns? I mean, 7.
Yeah. I didn't mean it like I'm just saying. I'm just saying that he ain't that far off. That's what I mean.
But look, but you got to remember this though, Clayton. You know, like all right, he got 4. Every year ain't guaranteed though. You know what I mean? And that's how Brady.
About that. Yeah, we was just.
I understand that, but I'm just saying. You know.
Because look at
Tiger Brady
Woods.
Played till he was 40-something years old, huh?
Look how close Tiger Woods got to getting what he needed, like 18. You know,
I'm not saying he gonna catch him. I'm just saying to be this young already and have 4.
Right? Man, yeah.
Man, how many? Because how many majors Jack Nicklaus had?
18.
It was 18.
And what Tiger ended up with? 16.
14.
14. I thought it was 14 or 15.
14
I think
15.
He was like 4 off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He was 4 off.
Yeah.
He was 4 off. Yeah.
If that woman wouldn't have bashed his hit him with that golf club, I think he'd have got it.
You think?
Like, right, wouldn't hit him with that golf club, I think he'd have got it, man. I'm telling you.
He should have kept his man. He should have kept his man in his pants. He should have did it. He should have did what he was doing a little better.
Yeah.
He got sloppy, man.
He how to swing a club. That's what he should. That was his first mistake. He taught how to swing a golf.
Swing a golf club.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have taught her that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But enjoy some games, man. Enjoy them games later on, man. And
yeah.
Keep that. Hey, look, keep that text line going, man. Because them games get heated, boy. I'm gonna have to reach out and call one of y'all, man. That number of yours, Clayton, is 919, right? That's you, right?
No.
That's not you?
No, I hardly put anything in there. I'm 443. I'm 744.
74. Okay.
3174.
I ain't got your number. I gotta lock you in.
Yeah, and which one are you in there?
I'm the last 4 is 3930.
All right. I'm gonna lock you in too. Yeah, that way your name will show up.
Right. That's what I'm saying, because I ain't know who. Yeah, okay.
Hey man, I wanna thank Panama Queen. I want to thank CL. Let me see, Sonny Baldwin, all y'all for participating in the chat. Jim, I want to thank you for participating in the chat. Everybody else who watched this, man. Make sure to are there any games next Saturday? Ain't no football games next Saturday?
No, the championship games both on Sundays, baby.
Oh, okay, both all right.
Yep.
All right. But I don't know. Y'all want to do a show next Saturday though? I like these Saturdays.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Yeah. What's up, Clayton? What's up?
It just seemed like people ain't available, Mike.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Them guys be out running errands. They got things to do, you know.
They got the honey-do list.
They got honey-do list. Yeah,
they do have them honey-do list.
But I be having one sometimes. I can't.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing, man. But yeah, we'll figure it out though, right, Mike? You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You just let me know, man. I'm here. All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for real.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I said, I want to everybody make sure they like and subscribe to the channel. We growing. We getting real close to 10,000, fellas.
Wow.
I think we like 220 something subscribers away from 10,000.
That's all. That's all.
So tell a friend. Yep.
No doubt.
That's right.
Doubt.
Right.
Yeah. But,
and for the new people, man, you might want to go to Amazon if you like to read. Check out my memoir, Trauma, My Love Letter to the World. It's on Amazon.com by author Clayton Reed Jones.
Yeah, no doubt. Clint, you got to give me that. Send me that information again so I could post it.
The picture.
Yeah, everything. I don't know. I made a mistake and erased it for real.
It's all good, man.
Yeah,
You know,
send it to me because you know I post it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you know I post it.
Yep. I know you will. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Talk to y'all, man.
All right, man. Y'all enjoy, man.
All right, man. Yeah, enjoy them games, people.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.